Live from Frankfurt, this is the AFN Evening News.
Hello and good evening. The search continues for the U.S. Air Force pilot shot down over Bosnia last week. According to the NATO Southern Command, a high-tech search has been underway since Friday when another pilot saw the F-16 hit by a Serb SAM-6 anti-aircraft missile. Those electronic rescue beacon signals that may have been transmitted by the pilot are no longer being received by rescue searchers. However, NATO continues the search. Meanwhile, 30 members of the German Air Force went to Italy today ahead of a possible deployment of Tornado jets to support the United Nations. The German Air Force members flew to Italy to visit the NATO headquarters in charge of Bosnia operations and to explore sites where tornadoes could be stationed. The flights marked another step toward Germany's first post-war military role outside the NATO alliance. Well, since the 40s, the hub of American activity in Central Europe was Frankfurt. The drawdown of this little America has been long and painful, but it is finally officially complete. Yesterday's encasing of the BSB's flag signaled the last day of the Frankfurt Military Community. AFN's Gary Bautell reports from the final ceremony.
The casing of a unit's colors is a sad time. Sad in that it symbolizes that the unit is standing down and will no longer exist. The thousands of soldiers, civilians, and families in Frankfurt can be proud of what they have accomplished, and that Europe now looks forward to an era of peace and stability.
Only a handful of people were on hand as the 418th Base Support Battalion formally ended 50 years of U.S. Army presence in Frankfurt. 40-some units were dispersed to other locations or went out of existence. 5th Corps moved to Heidelberg, and only 6 small military units remain in the Frankfurt area, including the AFN headquarters. The 418th last commander, Lieutenant Colonel Stephen Henry, said the closeout has been a remarkable achievement.
In a book about Frankfurt that was published 6 years ago, I found a picture of the Abrams building. The accompanying text started out, "If they all went back to their native country, almost a whole district would be depopulated. 27,000 Americans, soldiers and their families, live in Frankfurt." How descriptive and prophetic that statement was, because we have now depopulated a significant area of Frankfurt. In the last 18 months, we have moved the last 16,000 Americans from this area. This involved moving over 2,500 families and vacating 2,659 sets of quarters and 336 unaccompanied personnel quarters. We literally closed out and moved out a small city, a city larger than the town I grew up in Colorado.
Of the 20 Frankfurt installations being turned over to the Germans, 10 already are in the hands of their new owners, and the rest should be by the end of the month. In Frankfurt, Gary Bautell, AFN News.